Okay, so quadratic function has the complex roots 3 plus and minus 2i. What is the equation of the function in standard form? The value of a is given as 1 for this quadratic. Okay, so I'm going to start with a problem that seems unrelated, but just trust me. Okay, let's go y equals x squared plus 7x plus 10. And I want us to solve this by factoring. Okay, so I know that my a is 1, b is 7, c is 10. So we're going to multiply to 10, add up to 7. That's got to be 5 and 2. So y is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. Group it up. We got y equals x plus 5 plus 2, x plus 5. And I know I'm speeding through this, but it'll all make sense in just a sec. X plus 5 and then x plus 2. Okay. And then to solve this, I got that equal to 0. So 0 equals x plus 5 times x plus 2. And set both of these equal to 0. And then solve for x. So I get x equals negative 5 minus 2 minus 2. X equals negative 2. Okay, so that's when we're given standard form, and then we work forwards into our solutions. So if you're being asked to go the other way, like if I had given you this and asked you to find this, then basically you're starting at x equals a number, and what came right before that, what was it equal to, like the step before? Oh, it was equal to 0. So if I come back over here, so I've got the complex roots, x is equal to 3 plus 2i, and x is equal to 3 minus 2i. Okay, so I'm working backwards here. I know that I got those solutions because the step before, I had something equal to 0. So I've got to get back equal to 0. So I've got to subtract 3, subtract 2i from both sides. So I've got x minus 3 minus 2i, and order doesn't matter there, equals 0. Okay, good to go. And then here I'm subtracting 3 and then adding 2i, minus 3 plus 2i. So I got x minus 3 plus 2i equals 0. Okay, so now I'm a step backwards from where I ended. Okay, and now what happened right before these were equal to 0? This and this were both in parentheses. They were my factors. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This is a factor, and this is a factor. So x minus 3 minus 2i times x minus 3 plus 2i. And then where did I go from there? Let's see. And these are the same step, basically. Well, it looks like to go backwards from factored form into standard form, I've just got to double distribute. And in this case, I've got to triple distribute. So I'm going to color code because I think that's going to make it's going to be the easiest for me to like know what arrows mean what. So here I've got x times x will give me x squared. And then negative 3x. And then plus 2ix. Okay, and then moving on to negative 3x again. Positive 9. Minus 6i. And then lastly, I've got minus 2ix plus 6i minus 4i squared. Okay, so lots of terms, but the good news is that a lot of it's going to cancel out. Specifically, I'm looking for anything with an I. So not an I squared, because the I squared is just negative 1, but anything with an I should cancel. So I get a positive 2x and a negative 2x. Okay, cool. Cancels. Okay, I've got a minus 6i and a plus 6i. Perfect. Cancels. Okay, so now I'm going to just combine like terms with whatever's left. So I've got my x squared. I got my negative 3x, and my negative 3x make negative 6x. I've got my plus 9. And here, negative 4 times Negative 1 will give me a plus 4. So plus 4 on the end. So x squared minus 6x plus 13 is my standard form. So in summary, we put x equal to both our solutions. So we split up the plus and the minus into two different solutions. We moved everything back over so that we were equal to 0. And then we multiplied the two expressions that we got into standard form. Okay, I hope that helps. Let me know if it doesn't, and I can explain it a different way.